the streets with my head in my hands. I've got no plans, only to see you again. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I like being kicked on the ground. I'm not that strong, but then I come to my senses. Yeah, I'm coming. You can feel my power, and I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I don't be afraid. Don't do that man with the scar on his face. It's a charade. It's just the way you've been living. Yeah, I'm coming. You can feel my power, and I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. Yeah. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. Yeah. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. Yeah. And I feel.
Hi everyone, Dan here, and I just wanted to put a little snippet about Astroworld and what we do because I want to start getting the word out because I think it's becoming more and more of a giant community, and I want to get the word out to some other people. So what we do at Astroworld is We hold astrophotography chats on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. and Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And we just talk astrophotography. Wednesday's more of a techie kind of advanced intermediate, and Fridays is more of a newbie kind of thing. So if you want to check us out, and if you want to, hang out with some semi-decent people that like to go off the rails a little bit and have fun while they're doing it, come check us out at astroworldweb.com, and you can check out the schedule, and you can sign up for all the free giveaways that we do. We just gave away an Eagle 4 Pro, an Optolong filter kit, Charles Brackenstein's books, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So come to astroworldweb.com, hang out with us, have a good time, and as always, remember to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Where did my color go? Got your head in the sand. You can't be in control using a powerful hand. I wanna be you, I wanna see you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. All right. Cat learns to ring a bell. Rat gets free from the maze. We can be taught to love. We've got to learn a new way. I wanna see you, I wanna be you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. I wanna be, I wanna see, don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. Push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Yeah, black and white and blue. You're going black and white on the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue. on my telescope now. Get what's wrong with this thing. I've seen a lot of bankers, and I've seen a lot of cops. I've seen a lot of lawyers pull out all of the stops. I've seen a lot of children with their parents in their hands. I've felt a lot of women who refuse to understand. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take you for your money, whatever spring. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. 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 Guitar Players Planet.
Are you ready for the next solar eclipse? October, annular eclipse. Oh. Don't let your glasses fall off when there's a solar eclipse. You might hurt yourself. Let's try that again. Are you ready for the next solar eclipse? Are you ready for it? October 14th this year is an annular eclipse, followed by April, another total solar eclipse, and you can get your own branded Astroworld telescope solar glasses made by American Paper Optics today on the website, astroworldtelescopes.com, or give me a call, 516-273-3771. and we can get you a set of 4 of these for $9.99. Come on down again, ashworldtelescopes.com, and keep imaging as long as you don't have a solar shade on. Keep educating. Thanks, guys. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Seems to me that I have lost my friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Did I get lost on a long summer day? I must go back before it's too late. You're afraid, you're feeling alone. Time and space can never unfold. The holidays can ring in your fear. The ghostly embrace can only mean tears. And I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to lands of blue. Oh, na 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 na. Sitting at the lake, I'm feeling confused, but I had my guitar, so I played this blues. But I'm afraid, the world might be true, that I might never be back Seems to me that I have lost my friend.
It's gotta mean something. It's gotta. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Friday night at 8 o'clock. Well, 8:10. Sorry, I'm a little bit late tonight. Had a little bit of technical issues, so I'm hoping the audio. Please let me know if the audio is too loud or too soft or whatever. It seems like it's very, very loud on my side. I'm just going to turn down my volume a little bit. But let me know if the audio is better than it was on Wednesday night, because Wednesday night was a complete crapshoot. So I apologize about that. I've been doing a little bit of work in the background, hoping that it works all right. And I think I got the sound gate noted, so there's no echo. So thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. It's better. Tonight, we're going to be doing a couple of things tonight. We're going to be Jackie. How's it going? See you in the chat. Who else is in there? I see Dave. I see Mikey. I see Rich. Who else do I see in there? I think that's it for right now, but I see 11 people watching. Feel free to jump in on the chat, because once Eric jumps in, he's having a little issue at work. He's running a little bit late, but we're going to be doing the picture of the week. This week, we'll be doing the reveal again for one of the last couple pictures of the week, and then we got November, and then it's all done. So don't forget, starting November 1st, also, we're going to be getting the calendars up on the website for pre-order. I'll put that link in the chat a little bit later. So, hey, Josh, how's it going? But it's all going well here at Astro World, and we're going to be doing that. We're going to be giving away a free Masters of PIXINSIGHT workshop tonight. Also, we're going to be doing a We Process Your Workflow. So feel free to drop your raw data into one of the folders. Let me know which folder you drop it into, and we're going to be doing a little playing around on PIXINSIGHT and see what we come up with. Eric will do a little process, I'll do a little process, and you're going to tell us. It's a little different. You're going to tell us what to do, and then we'll make a judgment call on live on the show, and we'll just play around with some images. So feel free to dump your stacked raw data. If you want to do it in the critique folder, that's fine. Just label it in a way that we can see it, know what it is, and we'll take a look at that. But welcome everybody to the show tonight. We have a great show all lined up for you. But first, we need to go over our sponsors, and we have sponsors give away a whole bunch of stuff to help us, help you, help me, help you. And we're also doing Constellation Night, right? So we're doing Constellation Night. We're going to be doing Apus in the south, and I'm going to be doing Pisces in the north. So it's going to be pretty cool tonight. A lot of stuff going on. So don't forget also, if anyone's going to Nightfall, in San Pedro, California, it's one of the last star parties of the calendar year. And that's going to be in California. Usually it's like 120 degrees in the desert over there. Winter is coming. As we all know, winter is coming. And it's finally getting tolerable in that area of the country. So November, like late October, early November, they have Nightfall, and Tom Bramwell and Astrodoc, Ron Breacher is going to be there. And after 5 years, I've known this guy. I've taken lessons. I still can't pronounce his name. Breacher. I always want to say Brecher, but Breacher is coming down to Nightfall, and Prima Luce is going to have a table there. So if you go to the table and you're in the area, you have to be in person for this. So I'm sorry for everybody that go to Tom for a special offer, an in-person offer from Prima Luce and Astro World and Astro Doc. So it's a little collaboration there. So go to the table and go check out what the special offer might be. Can't really say it online. But that being said, let's go over the sponsors, as Prima Luce is one of them. And we'll go over all of them right now, because we got member sponsors and we got all these other sponsors and everything. So we should really say hi to everybody that allows us to do what we could do. So here we go. All right. So first sponsor that we have is our main sequence sponsor, Woodland Hills Camera and Telescopes. They give us a lot of gift certificates to give away, and really, really cool. We got our 300th episode coming up. So you know what I'm going to do real quick, because it's been bothering me, and I may as well just do it on the fly, because it should be kind of interesting. We'll just do this, and we'll do this, and we'll do this, and we'll slide me over to the side a little bit. There we go. Whop. So you can see me, my ugly mug, and you could we'll move me up a little bit so you can read everything. All right, there we go. So moving around the board here. So thank you to our sponsors, Woodland Hills. 300th episode coming up. 300 coming up. This is a huge milestone. So number one, please put in your testimonial regarding Astro World for our 300th episode in the 300th episode folder, and you can access the folder at the bottom of the page. It's astroweb.com/E300, and you could do that right now. Make your video, and we'll play them all that night. Just to say thank you to everybody and all that. So it's pretty cool. Our next level of sponsorship, Prima Luce Camera Concepts and Optolong. They've been given really nice, and we're going to be reformatting this year, at the end of this year, our sponsors and our sponsor levels. So pretty cool. At our super giant level, Masters of PIXINSIGHT and IP4AP. Masters of PIXINSIGHT and IP4AP have been super generous. They've been a really, really cool partner in this since day one. Every Friday night, we give away a free Masters of PIXINSIGHT workshop. And if you've never been to a Masters of PIXINSIGHT workshop, go. Even if you don't win, go. It's $35. You get 2 hours with some of the best in the processing business. Ron Breacher, Warren Keller, Peter Proul, they're all the masters of PIXINSIGHT. And what they also do is IP4AP, which is another tutorial platform where you can get a lot of information regarding PIXINSIGHT and Photoshop. So if you're a Photoshop user, there's a lot of tutorials on there as well. So, and if you want to get involved with any of these giveaways, go to astroworldweb.com and go to the giveaway section and sign up. And don't forget, we're going to be purging our wheels. So come January 1st, you're going to have to sign back up for these, or let me know that you want to be on the wheel through email. And there's my email at the bottom, dan@astroworldweb.com, and you can email us there. Lady Low Key, Low Key. And who else? Did anybody else join us? We got 16 people. And of course, you know, there's us, Astral Telescopes. You can get all the gear you want with us. We just picked up ZWO. Be on the lookout for more information on the website coming this weekend. So that's going to be very, very cool to have. And I think Eric just...
Hey, guys.
Hold on a second. Let me go back to... Where's the 2 up now? There we go. All right. And we're just doing the sponsors real quick. So, excuse me. Where were we?
Okay. I'm seeing the 5 up still.
Yep. Well, that's what you get.
Yeah, I know.
Keep on blowing stuff up.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, what's going on? I'm just waiting for this to pop up here. Outputs and input. And there you go, Eric. Now you'll be able to see the live. So.
Okay.
Where were we? Come on. All right. So we also have our member sponsors also as well. Our Off the Rails members. You could go become a member of Astroworld on either Patreon or YouTube. We have perks for both. So let us know when you pop on. And as a matter of fact, I may be purging the some of the membership levels again this year. So let's take a look and see. But Off the Rails members, Sean, Bob, and John, followed by our Quasar members, and you get t-shirts and hats and coffee mugs and all that stuff from Patreon. Black Hole members, thank you so much. We have about 50 different members across all the different member levels. It's nice. And where all this money goes to is it goes to purchasing of NEEF tables, so we could be involved with NEEF, and also all the gifts that we give you guys, all the payments of all the gift certificates and the prizes that we give away and all that kind of stuff. Coming soon, we have Mabula coming up from APP. I got to send him an email again today. Hopefully I hear from him soon. We're also going to be having Dave and from Dark Dragons. It looks like November 8th is going to happen. So actually not November 15th. Sorry. No, not November 22nd. Sorry. November 15th is episode 300. So the 22nd, it looks like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So we'll see. Again, episode 300 coming November 15th. And don't forget again to put in your 1 minute or less video testimonial regarding Astroworld. And there's the website, www.astroworldweb.com/E300. There we go. Don't forget, coming up also December 9th, Astropalooza 2 is coming up starting, and I fixed it, 2 p.m., not 12 p.m., 2 p.m. Eastern is when it's going to start. And there are the guests so far. There's more we just added. We just added Simon Lewis from AstroWorks and ZWO. So he's going to be on. Who else? Wayne Parker, Mr. Skyshed Observatory, is going to be on. So we're going to add him. And Tom's going to be coming with his partner in crime, Clark Rosendahl. He's going to be on. And he's gonna be hanging out with Tom as well. So we got a lot of people. We got 2 slots I gotta fill, and then we're the same slots as last year. So I mean, we're talking a lot of time. So
yeah,
maybe we have a break in the tie tonight, right? Maybe we have a break. I don't know if either Dave or Tom inserted a picture. I think they both did for Picture of the Week, but maybe it breaks a tie. Maybe Greg makes it a 3-way tie. I don't know. We'll have to see tonight at 9:30. So go and vote for your Picture of the Week right now. Go and vote.
Yeah, right now, nope. Neither Dave or Pete have a entry.
Dave, Tom, Greg? No?
And no, Greg either. Nope.
All right, so no breaking the tie. No breaking the tie.
No breaking the tie.
But
so far we got 26 votes. So keep it going until we got about just over an hour before we announce the winner. So definitely, if you haven't been on yet, astroworldweb.com/IOTW for image of the week and cast your vote.
Yep. Awesome. And of course, I put my ugly mug right across the rest of the list. So let's get me out of there. Let's see, sponsors, and we'll just take my ugly mug off there altogether. And we'll just do that. There we go. So there you go. It hasn't changed, but it will change again. We got 2 more pictures of the month. We got October. Tonight is the last picture of the week for October. So whoever is the pictures of the week for the last 4 weeks will be the ones that are in the running for October. We'll see who it is. And then November is the last one. So there we go. We're all set to go. And don't forget, we just got a couple of new members tonight on our Discord channel. So we're up to 136 people on the Discord channel. Very, very cool. So come on and join the fun and get a lot of information. A lot of people are in there helping people out. So Discord, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, the whole thing, X, we're on everything. So feel free to join us on wherever you get your social media stuff. So that being said, we will come on back. There we go. Rock and roll. All right. We got 16 people watching. How's it going, everybody? And Dave, no one cares about the caps but you. So we'll just leave it at that. So under review. Of course it's under review because you're a bunch of cheating whatever. Anyway, you're muted, Eric. So you might want to hit your button there because
Yep. I was gonna say, be nice.
You look like Kermit after he died.
Whatever.
Oh,
Kermit! Hey, Piggy!
You look like Kermit after Jim Henson died. I meant to say it a little
Oh
different.
God!
But it was offsides. All right, so we got a lot of stuff going on tonight. We got Picture of the Week, right? We got Master of PIXINSIGHT class. We got Constellation night. And if we have the time, it'd be really cool because I got to give you props for coming up with it on Wednesday. We process your image with your process. So they tell us what to do, right? So
it could be a little bit of both. So
we get to make the judgment calls. I mean, if somebody says something,
if others may have an idea, something like that, hey, okay. You got to even say, hey, go spend some money, go get a couple classes and hang out with the Masters of PIXINSIGHT or Sean. I think you need some help here, Eric. I think you need to get, need to bump up your skills. So
hey, and that's what it is. That's fine. It's all about having fun and getting the whole thing rolling. So
and and the main goal of this is, one, to have a little bit of fun, explain a little bit of my process and my workflow, but at the same time, I'd love to hear everyone else's input, get get thoughts, ideas, questions, because even though I've been doing this for a while now, I would not consider myself an expert, especially as it comes to PIXINSIGHT and stuff like that. I'm still learning so much, and you always will, especially with PI. It's like one of those types of applications that there's so many scripts and so many new things that keep coming and being added to PIXINSIGHT that are game changing. So yeah, so we're gonna have a little fun and see what we can do here. Okay, cool. So I think, first of all, Dave even mentioned, I owe the audience and viewers here a constellation, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you do.
So if I would think maybe we could go ahead and address that.
We could definitely, we could start off with constellations. We could start whatever we want to do. We could, yeah. Dave called you a slacker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a lazy. I'm a lazy slacker, and that's how most of us guys are. I'm like Queeve and and Jason and everybody. We're just lazy. We're just lazy. We like to do things simple and keep it simple, and and get things done quickly, and just give us the results we want. That type of stuff. So, all right, so why don't we go ahead? I'll share my screen, and we can get started with the constellation here.
Cool. That means I could get something to drink.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and let me share my screen here, and woo!
Doctor Who. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So I think you notice the sound, Eric? It sounds nice now, right?
It sounds nice. It sounds clear. Nice. Yeah, you must have come up with a couple of things and said, "Hey."
Well, it was the Dan Higgins astral brain fart, where it was a digital feedback. The digital I had two signals feedbacking in on one another, and I didn't know that it's literally digital feedback. It was just a software feedback. It was the weirdest thing. The B channel, which is what we're boosted into, the B channel of audio was all the way up, and the mics were all the way up on a different channel. So it just everything got messed up. So
everything just got messed up, man.
That's what happens when Windows changes your hard drives on you. Anyway, go ahead, Eric.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to go to the Southern Hemisphere tonight, and we are going to cover constellation Apus. And we are going. So about Apus.
Look at that. Tiny guy.
Tiny guy. Apus is a small constellation in the Southern Hemisphere, represented by a bird of paradise. And based off of, one of my wife's favorite movies, and I enjoyed this movie too, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Apus comes from the Greek word apus, which means footless. So Apus,
so is
Apus,
Apu
footless,
on?
So there you go.
Is Apu on The Simpsons Footless?
He may be. You know, I don't see him. You really don't see much of him unless, you know, behind the counter.
Yeah,
of
chest
the
up.
convenience
That's
store.
it.
He's like chest up. So you don't know.
He could be
You just never
clubfoot.
know. He could be. He could be. You never know.
Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, so it comes from the Greek word apus, which means footless. So apus. So there you go.
Oh my God.
So, yeah. Because and reason why they were as far as the bird of paradise being called footless is because at one point in history, those birds of paradise were thought to have no feet. So how did they get around? Especially if they just flap their wings like really, really fast and just take off, and then they would just belly flop and land. You know, I don't get it. So it's interesting. But anyway.
They did like one of those landings, like the planes without no landing gear.
Exactly. You know,
belly up,
do like
belly up,
planes or something. Just belly flopping or belly up. There it is. But Apus was actually the constellation was actually created by the Dutch astronomer Petrus Planicus.
Wow,
or
a
Plancius, I believe. Yeah, no. And it was he actually cataloged it in the late 16th century. So it only occupies an area of 206 degrees. So that is very small. And it is located in the third quadrant of the southern hemisphere, SQ3. It can be seen only at really, really low at +5 or +5 in latitude, and down south at -90 degrees. So it's maybe like around the equator, just around about. I mean, a little bit lower than the equator, you'll be able to see it. If the equator is considered 0, and just below that. So the genitive form of Apus is Apondis, which is used to refer to the stars' names. And the International Astronomical Union has given it the 3-letter abbreviation of APS. Now, they don't have many, it really doesn't have very many bright stars. I mean, the brightest star is Alpha Apodus with a magnitude of just 3.8. And it only has one named star, Caracas.
Oh my God. I could go so many places with this.
I know. It's like Apus. It's like Apus, a poo-poo, a caca, a caraca. You know, hey. You never know. But hey, it's terrible. It's terrible.
It's all going south from here.
It's all going south. It's a dash of poo-poo with a hint of caca. So anyway.
Oh my.
Oh my. But it only has two star systems with known exoplanets, and there are no meteor showers or Messier objects in this constellation. It's that small, you know, and I don't think Charles Messier really got down that far south that much.
So, no, he wasn't there. He was hanging out in France?
Yeah, stuff like that. So anyway. Here are some deep sky objects of Apus. And the first one we have here, and this is the bird of paradise, if you know, in the background, if you just didn't know, is IC 4499, taken by James Fordyce. This is a globular cluster, and he used an AG optical IDK 20-inch.
Wow.
And an FLI PL116803 on a plane wave L500.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That must be a really tiny object there.
Must be. Then we have NGC 6101, taken by Jose Joaquin Perez. Taken with an RCOS 16-inch and a Moravian Instruments G3 16200. We've had Moravian on the show.
Yep.
Yes. And this was all, and it was all situated on an Astrophysics 1200 GTO mount. So he got his AP. Everybody else is still waiting for theirs.
Yep. And we'll continue to wait.
And we'll continue. Now we have a galaxy, and we have a couple of galaxies here, but the central one here, NGC 5967 by Dionysus. And this was using a plane wave CDK20 and imaged with an FLI ML16200.
Okay.
This is a very, very cool image here, what they call the galactic cirrus cloud.
Okay.
Mendel-Wilson 9. And I believe this also this won the APOD back in just this year on July 21st of this year. It was awarded the NASA astronomy photo of the day, and it's taken by Gabriel Santos. And this was used. He built, this is a DIY Newtonian, a 150 millimeter Newtonian, and a modified Canon 6D DSLR, and mounted mounted on a Skywatcher HEQ5 Pro. You know what that tells me? With a DIY telescope, and you're using it, yes, it's modified, but a DSLR and an HEQ5, which is a relatively inexpensive mount in the grand scheme of things. It's a very reliable mount, but it's also relatively inexpensive. The budget doesn't have to be, maybe super big to be able to capture an image such as this and be awarded by the folks at NASA an APOD. So pretty darn cool.
Yep. Yeah, probably taken from the border one skies of Brazil too. So
yeah.
You
never know. Yeah, or Chile or somewhere there in the southern hemisphere.
Yep.
And now we have another cloud structure, IC 4633.
That's interesting.
Taken by Bogdan Jarzina.
You know what it looks like? From
and this was taken
the right side. Like if you're looking at it, the right side looks like the front profile of Fred Flintstone.
Oh gosh, really?
You see the big jawline and
not yet, but I'm sure maybe at one point I'll look at it again and say,
"Yeah,
son of a gun, it does look like."
How could you not see that? How can you not see that? Hold on, Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, okay, yeah, profile, yeah, okay, the side profile, yeah, okay.
No, the front. Yeah, don't worry about it. Go on. I'll pull up
right
the
here.
picture. Yep.
You're talking about like right here?
Yeah, that's his jaw, face.
Yeah. Yep, I can see it. Yeah, like there's his jaw. Yeah. No, I can start seeing it now. Now I'll never get that image out of my head. Thank you very much. It's about as bad as the Rosette Nebula, and I'll never get the skulls out of my head. Thank you, Tegan. So this was taken using a Takahashi FSQ 106 and another FLI PL16803 with another AP mount, the Mach 1 GTO.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's what we have, and this is all she wrote. So thank you all. Appreciate it. So it's very cool, a very small constellation, but quite a few cool things in there.
All right. So just give me 1 second. If you could go back to that picture again.
Okay. Yeah.
And let's see. I'm just going to give me 1 second here. And desktop this guy, right? And then,
now you're talking about this guy, right?
Yep. And let's zoom. Yeah. Let's zoom in on that a little bit if we can.
Let's see here.
Okay. I could, if you can't do it, I could do it. So. That's
Here
fine.
we go.
That's fine. All right, ready? Here we go. So we're gonna do. Where's Eric? Layer and desktop 2. Bummer. All right, forget it. Don't worry.
Apologize if anyone's hearing me eating. I got home late from work, and I'm having orange chicken.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, put picture, video, image, browse, desktop. I'm gonna do this because it's gonna be funny. Right, watch this. Desktop and 840. There we go. Click OK. There we go. And Eric. Edit. We'll zoom this a little bit shorter. So to the side a little bit. There you go. And pin X. So you can see his chin there. So you see that? Yeah, it kind of looks exactly like him. Look at that. You just need a little bump in the nose. So there's his jawline and a dent in his head. You got the little hair at the top.
Yeah.
So now you'll never see that. You'll never not see that. It took a while, but it was worth it.
Never ever unsee that. Wilma!
That's funny. Yeah, you're just missing the nose. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Hey,
thank you for that.
No problem. It's going to be called from now on the Fred Flintstone Nebula.
The Fred Flintstone Nebula.
And I got to get.
Yeah.
That's funny. Let me get that off your face. Hold on a second.
That's awesome. No, you gotta go this way. You gotta go this way. There we go.
Hold on. I'll zoom it a little bit smaller for you. Layers.
Oh, that's awesome. Dino, no, Dino, no. Titan.
There you go.
That's awesome. That's funny.
That's the most hair Eric had in a long time.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
That's funny.
Oh man.
All right, cool. Yeah. Very. That's like That's like my. What was that one that I had? Not Sagittarius. The other one that had nothing in it.
Yeah.
I forget which one it was.
So
it's kind of like that.
Like really, really small. But hey, mine at least had some cool things in it, like the galactic cirrus cloud.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was cool. I forget which one I had. I forget what it was, like Lepus or something. I forget what Lacerta.
Yes.
Lacerta had nothing in it. Not a Caldwell image. Not a Messier. Not an IC. I had to search and search.
Lacerta sounds like some new drug that's been developed for something, some crazy ailment.
Yeah, something that if you take this medicine,
some stupid side effects.
Yeah, if you take this medicine, you're gonna have a third eyeball and a sixth thumb, and
exactly,
and you might die if you take it.
Man. Yes, and don't take Lacerta if you are, pregnant or expecting to be pregnant.
If you can breathe, don't take Lacerta because if you can breathe, don't take Lacerta or else you may stop breathing. So
yeah, you never know.
Unbelievable.
Thank you, Pfizer.
Yeah. Telling you.
Anyway,
Ernie, what's going on?
Yeah.
Corin, welcome from Europe over there. Gideon, you as well. How's it going? Welcome everybody.
Hey, everybody, happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's a great Friday. It's one of those Fridays where, you know, the moon is getting there. It's getting fuller and fuller. You know, so
Hate it.
And Ernie, yes, exactly it. And we got clouds.
Yep.
At least here we do. It's a cloudy Friday.
Yeah, well,
But,
you know, it is
you
what
know,
it is.
it's all good. It is what it is. You know, it's we get into that fall-like weather. The leaves are all falling off of my maple tree, so I'm gonna be outside, you know, clearing all that stuff up.
Yep.
Fun.
I just got my my dovetail back. You know, I actually sold my dovetail for a little bit. I haven't been able to use my AP scope because this guy wanted
the super long paddle,
yeah, the 750, yeah, the big one.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to use my AP scope because this gentleman wanted one really bad, and he wasn't even using it for a telescope. It's like for lasers. He needed to slide things up and down along, and it needed to be smooth. So he flipped it, bought a bracket, and put the laser in the dovetail bracket, and is moving the laser back and forth across the back end of the dovetail. It's something for a school. I said, listen, I got one. I'll sell it to you. I'll sell you mine. And so now I got mine back so I can put my scope back together. So, well, you know.
So,
yeah. All right. So,
oh, man.
We did that. Yeah. We did that. Why don't we do while we do mine, we'll just keep the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Yes. And I got Pisces tonight.
Ooh, you got the fish.
I got
fish.
I got.
Remember you? Do you remember that? What was? I think it was a late 70s or early 80s movie, The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh.
No.
It was about a down on its luck basketball team called the Pisces, and then they ended up, something happened. I can't remember. They ended up getting really good, and they ended up like going and winning the championship or something like that.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, man, that was I'm really aging myself. That was a long time ago. I mean, that had to be like in the 70s or something.
Well, then, you know, I thought you were going to say something like, what was that? A Phantasm or something, you know?
Oh, God, Phantasm with the ball and the blade came out and stuck you in the head? Yeah.
Great. The tall
with the
man.
Drill.
Angus Krim, I think, was the actor, if I remember right.
Oh, yeah.
Angus somewhere. I just remember because of the guitar player from AC/DC, you know. But anyway, we're moving on here. All right, so let's see what we got here. So, all right, quick play. There we go. And let's see, slideshow. And slideshow from beginning. And let me move this out of the way so I can see what's going on here. All right. So today we got Pisces, right? We got Pisces, the two fishes. And there's some really cool stuff about the storyline with this. So we'll just go right in. We'll get right into it. And I can't find out how to take that out of there. But so Pisces history, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on in Pisces, right? So like we spoke, it's Latin for fishes, right? So it's Latin for fishes. It's also a zodiac constellation. Now I kind of get into what a zodiac constellation is and a couple other, you know me, I like to add a little comedy into my presentations. But the brightest star is Eta Piscium. Piscium? I don't know. Whatever. So Eta Piscium. It's the apparent magnitude is 3.6, but its absolute magnitude is negative 1.3. And we're going to talk about the difference a little bit because I thought it was quite interesting because a lot of people know what the apparent and absolute magnitude, the difference is between the two. It's like, oh, I thought everything was the same.
Is it a binary?
No, it's every single star has an apparent and an absolute magnitude. It doesn't matter about the binary, believes it or not, affects the apparent magnitude, Not the absolute magnitude. And I'll go and get into that a little while because it was kind of cool.
Cool.
1.5 was the absolute magnitude. It's got one Messier object, M74, and I believe, if I remember right, it's a Phantom Galaxy. It's got one meteor shower. Pisces Austrinids are then. That's in October. All right. So let's talk about magnitude a little bit. What's the difference between apparent and absolute? Okay. So as you can see in the graphic, apparent magnitude is the brightness of a star as it appears to you on Earth. It's based on how much light the star emits and how far it is away from Earth. So the further away it is, usually depending on the luminosity of the star, all things being equal, the further away, the dimmer it's going to be, depending on the mass and the luminosity of it. So it's how it appears to you on Earth. Now, absolute magnitude's a little different. What they do is they figure out with the inverse square law how to measure how bright the star would be if it were 10 parsecs away, which is what, 32.6 light years away. So they figure out at 10 parsecs, based on the luminosity and the inverse square law. If you can get into that, there's a lot of math in there. I'm not a big type of math guy, but there's a lot into it. And it's based solely on the star's brightness itself, no matter where if you're only 10 parsecs away, right? So you can't really move the Earth. The stars get further away, but you can figure out how far the star is. So from that, you could get the luminosity and get an absolute magnitude. So that's how. So Eric, to your point, the apparent magnitude gets changed as the binary star, the main star, gets eclipsed when they eclipse each other, because that changes what you see on Earth. You know what I mean? The star's absolute magnitude doesn't change at all. It's just that it's being eclipsed, so the brightness changes from your view on Earth.
Interesting. But so it takes 10 parsecs, so it's basically faster than a Kessel run?
Well, I was going to put that in to that, because that's the biggest, that is the biggest mess up in Star Wars history. Almost as good as a stormtrooper whacking his head on the Death Star. That's almost as good as that. Okay. Almost as good as the C3PO trading card, the Goldenrod card. Go check that out, because that's hilarious. But yeah, so when they said that, they really screwed that up. It made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs, right? Or 12 parsecs, right?
Yeah.
So how does that happen?
How did that happen?
He was talking about speed, fast. It made the Kessel run. That's for fast. It's not fast. Parsecs are distance and not speed. We all know this. And Han Solo, you need to go back to pilot school.
He needs to go back to school.
Yeah, he needs to go back to school.
Maybe a bit more in physics and math.
horrible mistake, because parsecs have and
George,
distance.
Shame on you.
What did he say? I can't see the chat.
No, not George here. George Lucas.
Oh, George. Well,
if he wrote it.
Well, you know what the whole thing is, right? And we'll talk about, if you want to talk about this, we can talk about this. So, you know who the editor of the second and the third movie was, right?
No.
It was George's wife.
Oh.
So, if you've noticed from the first to the second and third, how the story kind of changed drastically in the Star Wars saga. It wasn't just a farm boy blowing up a big ball in the sky. It was all about Greek mythology, if you look into it. But now, what happened after Return of the Jedi? Well, George gets divorced and then comes out with the Phantom Menace. And all the other garbage. Yeah, exactly. So, and then he came out with, Howard the Duck. But anyway, we'll move on from that.
Let's move on.
Yeah. So that is a movie that even George wants to forget that one. But so what is a zodiac constellation, right? So the zodiac is actually a belt region of the sky that extends from 8 degrees north and 8 degrees south of the ecliptic, which is basically the path of the sun. The sun goes a little bit outside of that, but the zodiac, that's the belt that goes across the sky, and all the planets follow through the ecliptic, right? And the moon and the sun and everything goes through this like path of the sky. So what they did was they made these constellations that were in this band of part of the sky, and they called it zodiacs. So all of the 12 signs of the zodiac are in the zodiacal belt, and astrology signs are based on where the sun, what constellation the sun is in at that month. So in most of March, the sun is in the constellation of Pisces. So that's where we are in March. So just so we know how that works out. All right, so zodiac history. The zodiacal history in this picture here is a 6th century glyph of the zodiac. It actually originated in the Babylonian section of the world, in Babylonia, in the first millennium BC. So -1000 and change somewhere you started seeing it. However, as early as the 14th century BC, there is a complete list of 36 Egyptian decans. Basically, it's a grouping of stars that every 3 weeks it would change to another star grouping, and they were prominent at the tomb of Seti I and Ramses II. And so let it be written, so let it be done. And that was actually Ramses II from the 10 Commandments. I might be dating myself there. But anyway, Pisces mythology. All right, well, here's the thing about Pisces, all right? There's a little bit of mythology about it, not so much, but basically Aphrodite and Eris, the mother and son, were walking along the Euphrates River, just chilling out, having a nice conversation, walking, nice summer day, and all of a sudden, Typhon comes out. Now, Typhon is a really crazy sea monster like Cetus, right? But really kind of a combination between a hydra and another sea monster. It's crazy. Look at this thing. It's got 3 heads. It's got razor blades on the back, real thick claws. Kind of crazy. Well, they were confronted by this thing when they were just trying to have a nice walk, and they escaped with the help of Zeus, who turned them into fishes and sent them into the heavens. So that's how that kind of worked out. There's a little bit more with if you want to get into the Typhon Zeus confrontation. Zeus actually destroyed Typhon a little bit later and killed him with the thunder. Well, didn't kill him with thunderbolt. He disabled him, and then he sent him down to the Greek. It's not hell. It's like kind of a Greek underworld
Tartarus.
jail. What?
Tartarus.
Right? Tartarus. So it's a Greek underworld jail where they just kind of threw all the bad people and let him sit there for eternity. And who knows? He's probably still there now.
That's where they sent all the Titans.
Yep. All right. So number 1, NGC 628, which is also M74. Okay. M74. This person just happened to take a picture of a supernova here. It's also called the Phantom Galaxy. It's 32 million light years away. It was discovered by Pierre Méchain in 1780, and then reclassified as Messier, I believe, in 1782, if I remember right. There was a total of 3 supernovae so far discovered in M74. This photo was taken by Mike Carroll with an S-Big ST8300M. with an 8-inch RC for 4 hours and 20 minutes from Florida. So not so bad. There you go. I love this galaxy. I thought this galaxy was pretty cool. This is NGC 660. You can see a bunch of galaxies in here. You got one guy here. You got another guy over here. Bigger one over here. There's another guy over there. The galaxies all over the place. But I just love this. This is called the polar axis galaxy. And now the streamers really aren't on the polar axis of the galaxy. It's just called that because it's kind of close, but it's called the polar ring galaxy, 45 million light years away. This photo was taken by a gentleman named Tim Gillespie with a QHY 9 camera and a Celestron Edge 14-inch. Don't know how much time was involved in this because they didn't put it there, but he's also from Tennessee. So again, all from the U.S. right now. So not bad. And this was kind of cool. This is my third pick for Pisces. This is NGC 385. Well, the biggest one is 385, I believe, right here. And it's known as the Pisces Galaxy Group ARP 331. This whole galaxy group. It has over 30 plus galaxies in this picture. Unbelievable amount of galaxies. It's a little reminiscent to Markarian's chain to me, where it kind of goes. The only thing that distracts me about this picture is this nice bright star beam right here. It kind of annoys me a little bit. But a whole bunch of galaxies in here. Really, really cool picture here. Photo by Mark, no last name, with a QSI 683 on an RC10. Only 4 hours of integration time here from San Pedro, California, which is all three were taken in the U.S. from, medium to dark skies, and it's pretty cool. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me and my travel through Pisces.
Nicely done. My mom is a Pisces. God love her. God rest her soul.
Oh, I should have had you do Pisces then. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No, it's totally fine. But that was really cool.
Yeah. So I mean, I thought it was. I thought I guess nobody got my whole. So let it be written. So let it be done. I guess. I'm outdating myself. That was in the 50s.
The 10 commandments.
Telling you. Yeah, I should have done that, right?
Yeah.
You're welcome, Corn. Nice. Absolutely, no problem. Nice. So, some people saw the movie. Okay, good. If you haven't seen the 10 Commandments, the original 10 Commandments with Charlton Heston, Yul Brynner, you gotta see it. You gotta see it. It's between that and Ben-Hur are the best biblical movies that I've ever seen, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah, I used to watch that with my grandmother, like around Easter time or something.
I'm sorry. Nefertiti was hot, so I keep on watching that. So there we go. There's Apus and Pisces, and we'll get that rolling on the website Saturday or Sunday. I'll get it all done.
Yeah. So. Yeah, but Charity here has been cracking me up a few of these, a few of her, comments.
Oh, what is she doing?
Like that. Like when you were speaking of our Tartarus or or Typhon, she says, I always think of tartar sauce with that name.
Tartar sauce, tartar sauce. I could see that. I could absolutely see that.
Yeah, it is like, and then even you were showing, Typhon, he has multiple heads and stuff like that.
Yep.
So you should just look at the chat. It's just funny. Just freaking hilarious. She's hilarious today. She's on fire. She is on fire this week. There she is, Ernie. She is on fire.
The girl on fire. Is this Hunger Games? Yeah, we could do that. We should do a movie night. That's what we should do. We should do a movie night.
Yeah, maybe sometime.
Yeah.
But hey, again, if you like what we're doing, you're enjoying, the information that we're sharing with you about the constellations and maybe even giving you some ideas as far as imaging targets when those come back into the night sky, do us a huge favor. If you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Click the thumbs up button. That would really help us out. We really appreciate that. And if you're on Facebook, if you're watching us on Facebook, please don't forget to share the show, share down to public. And again, if on YouTube, don't forget to share the link with all of your astronomy friends and let them know that, hey, every Wednesday and Thursday, these two crazy guys from, New York and Illinois.
Friday, Eric, Friday.
Did I say Friday? Did I say it? What did I say?
You said Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh my God. Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, Wednesday, Friday. That these two crazy guys are, talking all kinds of, stuff about, the stars and helping everybody out when it comes to imaging. So definitely big help for us. So big thumbs up, please do that.
Absolutely. And you know what? Am I a little dark? I think I'm a little dark, it looks like.
I think you're a little dark. It's like your light blew out or something.
There we go. No, just my ISO was down in a tank. So
gotcha.
Awesome.
And do not forget, we have just over 20 minutes left.
Vote.
Before we announce image of the week. And while we're doing that, let's hop over here, and I'm going to share my screen here again.
Yeah, go ahead.
And we're going to go to the website.
Oh, you know what? You know what we got? Do I have it? I do have it.
Write that here for a second. And don't forget to go to astroworldweb.com/IOTW and check out these image entries for this week of, for October 27th. This is our last image of the week for the month of October, guys. So we have, and don't forget, please check out Sean's website, Visible Dark CA, and he has been so cool to give our winner of the year imager an Optilong quad band filter. So if you are in need of some PIXINSIGHT assistance and and getting better with your imaging, please feel free to check out Sean.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
one of the best in the business right there. So
absolutely, he sure is. So last week's image of the week, congratulations again to Scott Schneider for the Cocoon Nebula, which is pretty prominent now, if I'm not mistaken. It is out there. It is a great fall constellation, fall image rather, or fall target for your imaging.
I'm thinking that quad filter might be something I might need to get. I think.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing people doing some
one-shot colors.
Yeah, I've been seeing people doing really good one-shot color imaging from Bortle 8 skies with it, and maybe that's something I need to get into a little bit.
Maybe. I mean, one-shot colors are getting very, very popular, especially for these light polluted areas like yours, man.
Yeah.
So here again, now we have another Cocoon Nebula. This one by Kevin Rasso.
Yep.
Like I said, one of the coolest things I'll enjoy about the Cocoon Nebula is the tail end and the dark nebulosity and clouds that come from behind it. I think that's really cool.
It looks like the cocoon's like running left and it's just leaving stuff in the dust.
Yeah. The Dark Shark Nebula, one of my favorite dark nebulas, still a very challenging target for me, but it looks great here, Ernie. So check this one out, LDN 1235, the Dark Shark Nebula. Another Cocoon Nebula image, this one by Mike Astro. Even, like you get that tail. It's awesome.
Yep.
The Seven Sisters, the Pleiades, Messier 45 by AZ Astro, one of the most popular open star cluster targets in the fall sky in the Northern Hemisphere. I will plan on trying to go after this one again this year.
Nice.
And of course, we can't not have an annular solar eclipse image of the Ring of Fire. This is crazy, by Norm Hughes, calling it the solar ring. That is something.
Yep.
And so we've
really
got,
cool.
so far, it is. And we've got 26 votes so far. So not as many as we've had in the, these past couple of weeks. But don't forget,
we're
hey,
up
we
to
still
30
have
now.
just, all right, nice. So we still have just under 20 minutes now.
31 now.
There we go. Keep it going. Keep it going. And if you don't know how the voting works, select the button underneath the particular image you would like to choose, and then just simply scroll down and click to verify if that is your final answer. And if you would like to submit an image for the first November image of the week, which I believe that one is November 3rd. It's the first Friday of November. With the opening, the submission will open, submission window will open up on Saturday, and you can drop your image in to the Google Share Drive. One thing I will ask is please try to submit your images per the rules with a WebP format, and try to keep it at that 1200 by 800 resolution. That does help out the website and its performance to keep it at around that size. And it can be a lossless image, WebP image. So, all right.
Nice.
And yeah, and if you would like to have your images checked out by Dan and I and members of the viewer membership, don't forget to also go to under images, critique my astro image. And here you can drop in your image that you would like us to take a look at. Now, these can be either a JPEG, a FITS, a TIFF, a WebP, or a PIXINSIGHT XISF file.
Nice.
So, all right.
Rock and roll. There we go. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So we got 15 minutes left of that. Let's see.
Yeah.
Annular eclipse. Yes, the annular eclipse.
The annular. The annular or annular?
Annular.
The annular. The annular. I can't always pronounce
No,
that.
it's no, wait. Is
it annular?
Yeah,
anyway.
It's annular. It's annular.
Annular.
Eclipse. Yeah, they did it on another TV station. They said, see the annual solar eclipse on the news banner on the bottom. And, it's not annual, it's annular.
Yeah.
So
annular. Okay.
3 words. Annular.
You learn. All right. So we got 15 minutes before we make the announcement.
Yep.
But we also have, I was talking about this earlier this week. Dan, you thought it would be a good idea for us to talk and go through a little bit of image processing and going through somewhat of my workflow. Love to hear what others think, share your thoughts. If you see something that says, hey, Eric, try this or try that, and Dan, you let me know, because I may not be able to see it in the chat while I have PI open or anything like that. Feel free. Even if you, Dan, if you have a couple ideas, while I'm doing this, feel free to share
Absolutely. I'll keep my mouth
I
shut.
don't need any more icons, Ernie. I don't need any more icons. I actually cleaned it up. Thank you very much.
Oh, there you go.
Oh man, that was embarrassing. So anyway, let's go over into my PIXINSIGHT. I'll share my screen again. And let's see here. Okay, so right now I was working on another image, but this is an image I'm going to demo. So we're going to load another project, LDN1357. All right, and this one still has all those icons, but you know, it's okay. It is all right. It is okay. Don't worry. It is already cleaned up. It's just a project. I forgot to clean this one up. But this one has a lot of Bill Blanchard's PIXINSIGHT mask. There's where a lot of these are. You know, like say the even the cloning for Starlist. I saw the new script. Have you checked out the new combo script that he has for combining Starlist and star images together?
Not yet.
It's pretty cool. It's really easy too. It's pretty darn cool, and you can put it into the you can add the URL into the repository to download it. But it's pretty slick. So normally what I do, and because I have both applications, is I will load. And I don't even know if I will load my lights, calibration frame, stuff like that. A lot of times I will load those into Astral Pixel Processor and go that route to do all of my integration. And then I will, matter of fact, this is second here because I think I may have goofed on something here. Let me just bear with me here. Share. And entire screen. That's what I wanted. I thought I did something wrong. Anyway, so now you'll be able to see even the other icons here. So normally what I would do is I would process, I'll just cancel this, do all of my integration and processing within Astral Pixel Processor, which is relatively, in my opinion, pretty easy, just following the tabs. And it'll do all of the star analysis, calibrating the frames and calibrating and creating your master calibration frames, your master flats, bias, dark flats, darks. Do a star analysis. It's registering, normalization, and integration. And then you can have a few other tools such as batch or multiple at once, just like we do in PIXINSIGHT, either rotating or cropping or even modifying the data, the fits header data, and batch saving. And you can do, and now one thing that I have actually started changing for me was after I do an integration, I would normally go and do the calibrate background, and that would also remove the light pollution and everything. I have begun, and I talked about this earlier this week, is Graxpert. And Graxpert is free. It is a free background extraction tool. I highly recommend checking it out because it is free. And you will have to also download a couple of files. And let me see if I can find those here. If I go to my applications and programs, and I believe it's in Graxpert here. Yeah, you will need to download, there's another folder called BG_model, which has the modeling information, the background modeling information for the artificial intelligence component. So you have to have that downloaded and along with, and then you simply just launch the executable, and then it would launch the latest release, which right now is Arial 2.01. And all you need to do is with this one is simply load your image. So if I have an image here that I will select, I'm just going to select one right here. And it would load. And then once it is loaded, you would simply go to the interpolation model and you would select, you would select AI. And you can also do a stretch. You can have it no stretch or up to a maximum of 30% background on 2 sigma. I usually do 20% or somewhere around there, but you can even do 30. And if you want to go ahead and do the stretch, you select AI, and all you need to do is simply click on calculate background. You don't have to do any grids or selecting any squares, anything like that. And it calculates and extracts the background. It takes care of the gradients, all that stuff. And so here you have it as a process. So here's the original. There's the process, and you can see there's all the background that it pulled out, the background that it extracted. And then that's it. All you need to do now is you can choose what type of format you want to save it as. You can save it as a TIFF, a FIT, or a PIXINSIGHT users as an XISF. I would normally either use it if I'm doing anything in APP, either as a 32-bit or in PIXINSIGHT as a 32-bit XISF file. And just save the process, and that's it.
Pretty cool.
It'll be that. So once that's all done, then I would take those files, those XISF files or those FIT files, and I will move them into PIXINSIGHT, which is what I've done here. Because as you can see, I have the Graxpert tag at the end, so that lets me know that these are. And then I'll do a screen transfer function to do the stretch, the auto stretch. So it's here. And so I can do all those. Luminance. And I'll do that guy. And there's red. So there all those are. And I'll just move them over. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll also create a clone to these. You can, or if you can, or you don't have to. And basically to do a clone is you would just grab the tab and just drag it away and it'll clone of that file. So first thing that I normally would do then is once it's stretched, I'm actually not going to dynamic crop. I'm actually going to start using this more toward the end, especially when it comes to, because when you crop, you remove, I believe it's the astrometric solution.
Yeah. Yep. You have to redo it.
So you'll have to actually redo it, and it can be, so I would sometimes just do that at the end. So I was going to first off is get my RGB set. So I'll do a channel combination, and I'll select my red. So we have red.
Eric, you got a question from Tom on the advantage of stacking with APP instead of PI.
Well, for me, it was a lot simpler to do it for APP because, especially when it comes to my dark flats, it's and I was doing my, the processing for me was just a lot faster as far as getting things set up. And it's also, if one thing about APP is the mosaic settings. If you are using mosaics, if you're going to create mosaics, it's fantastic. APP is, I think, and I've heard, is way better to, stitch and pull together mosaics. But for single images, I really don't have an honest answer for you if you're looking for something specific. I just find it's been one that's been easier for me to utilize, and that's just been my way to do it. I do also use weighted batch pre-processing. I do use that often as well, but just my normal routine of using APP, because of a lot of it just seems easier for me because it's all the tabs and stuff like that. But weighted batch pre-processing has gotten a lot better too. So yeah, that's just really my reasoning.
All right.
So yeah, as far as getting back, okay, so we have our channel. So I'll go ahead and I will select green here and blue.
And you want to show that? You want to? Do you know the little trick of dragging it into the instead of choosing?
Yeah, or dragging.
Yeah, show them how to do
them.
that, because I don't think a lot of people
know
that.
So I clear this out and I'll go channel combination. Blue.
You just drag them right in instead of accidentally choosing one. You could just do it just like Eric's doing right now and drag them into the boxes.
And red.
And one more time.
Yep. And then there it is. There it is, green. There we go. You just got to make sure you put them in the right spots.
Yeah, exactly. You can do it either way. It's one half a dozen or another. It doesn't really matter. But some people like to click and drag. Some people like to choose and click. It doesn't matter.
Right. And then from here, then you would select the circle.
See, somebody didn't know that. See, A-sphere 59 didn't know that.
So you would select or you can simply press F6 to apply global.
Yep.
And then it'll create your RGB image. And we'll go ahead and close out the channel combination here, and we can do a stretch. And there it is. Now, this is one thing that's been challenging for me that I haven't had a chance to figure out yet. When it comes to not using the SPCC, but the after effect, and I'll show you what I mean. To use the spectrophotometric color calibration, it's pretty straightforward. For me, it seems pretty straightforward. So what I will usually select is my white reference will be Galaxy. My QE curve would be the Sony, this list here, the IMX list. And because I don't think there is not. Because the 2600 the 2600 is the 571, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So here you have this sensor, the 571, and I use Antlia RGB filters. So they do have a choice here of different filters, like say the L Enhance, L Extreme, and maybe even the ZWO and others. I actually go up here to the top and I select the Antlia Pro R, green, and blue. Okay. Now, this is going to bomb on me because I have used, this is coming from APP, and I've also thrown it into Graxpert. So it's going to bomb on me because it's going to say it can't get a solution. So we're going to do that here. and it says it failed, right? So what I normally, so to correct this for me is I will open up if one of the files. So let me just go to that file. And this FOT91. There we are, VDB8. And then I will look for, under my lights, I'll just look for one of the images. Doesn't matter. And from here, I will go to, I believe it's script and image analysis and image solver.
Right.
And from here, it will bring up my information.
You got to make sure you have the Gaia
app
downloaded, right? To do that.
Yes, you have to make sure you have like Gaia downloaded. Yeah, so you have Gaia here because I usually just keep everything here at default. And let me just cancel this just for a second because I want to make sure I got the right one. So again, script, image analysis, image solver.
Yep.
And it comes up with all of my information here, such as the right ascension, the time I took this, all that good stuff. You can even put in either select the focal distance or resolution, and I have the correct pixel size here. And then what I will do is then, you can believe from here, can I drag that or is it just click OK? I can't remember.
I think you got to click OK.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think you got to click OK.
And you got to have the image selected too.
Yeah. So, yeah, actually, I'm going to abort this.
Yeah, it's good.
So
Yeah,
normally, okay, no, I think it's almost done. So you have to grab the information here. So I'll go ahead and let this abort unless it's doing stuff.
It's almost done.
Let's just see here. Yeah, it's almost done. So I'll go back, and what you want to do is you want to grab that information and then go to the actual image you're working with and then manually have to type that information in. So
why couldn't you just do an image solve on that RGB image? Why couldn't you do that?
Yeah, it would because I used APP. So
okay,
now if I would have
if you did WBPP, it'd work fine.
It would have had the solution already in there.
Yep. Yeah, you could do a search also.
Yeah. So let's go back here and image solver. Apologize, it's just taking so long. So you can grab all this information, and I'm just gonna grab it here. That way I don't forget it. Okay. And so I have that now. And then now I can select this image and go back here and image analysis and image solver. Oh, it looks like it actually brought it over. So then you can
why don't you just do the search instead of doing all that?
Because sometimes I can do a search, and let's just give it a shot here. LDN 13, was it 1365?
Don't know.
Good. Sorry. Apologies, guys. Oh, VDBA. Okay, sorry. Let's see if it finds it. Yeah. Pretty darn close. Okay.
Click OK.
And then if you want Do you need to? You do always have to necessarily put in the date and time that you actually took the image? That really necessary?
If you got the right ascension declination, I would say no. It just makes it a little bit easier. But I mean, I would say go right ahead and just
Okay. Well, then let's go
OK.
ahead and just click OK. Yeah, let's just click OK.
Yeah, and just let it run. It should be fine. Yeah, because you don't have to do all that. That's a lot to do. You could
that's what I'm saying.
You could literally just click on search, and then, you know, as long as you got, you know, somewhat close, you'll be fine.
Right. See? That's why.
Because you got to remember the right ascension declination. If you have the right ascension declination and you just do a search of an object, it's going to grab that from your object database. As long as you have a decently large object database and you're not doing some random thing, it'll find it.
Okay.
You know, time and date
it looks like it's
matter
finished.
At all.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's finished. So let's see if this is going to work.
It should work now.
We'll go ahead and click apply. And it looks like it's working.
Yeah. There you go. And that's why we do this.
We have this. And this is and now you have.
I still don't know what this means.
I don't know either. I really don't. But you can, if you wanted to, you can actually remove and uncheck generate graphs.
Yep. I don't know what the graphs tells you, but it looks as long as it's near the line, you're good. So.
Right. So here we are. Now we have this blue image here, and
control click it. No, control click the stretch,
right.
not the image.
Sorry. See, that's what I'm saying.
And then if you do the control click, that unlinks the colors. So then you get a true or truer color image.
There you go. See, learn something new now. And this is my luminance image. So there's that guy. So all right. So now we're here. We've gone through the color calibration, and now we can start using, say, like Blur Exterminator, and we'll select version 2. Do you usually normally use defaults and just go for it, or how do you process, or you for Blur Exterminator? Do you use Blur Exterminator for everything, or do you only use it for certain images?
Well, I'll do it and see what it comes up with, and whatever's better is better. You know what I mean? So usually I do use it though.
Okay. And do you use the defaults? Just have it where it's set, like right now we have it set at
depends on the object. I don't know this object very well. If it was a galaxy, maybe I adjust the detail a little bit, but other than that.
Okay. So we can do a real-time preview here and take a look, see how it is.
If you do a clone of a certain area and apply it to the clone, it'll also go faster instead of real-time preview.
Oh, okay.
So if you just close that out, just like you would do anything else, you got to wait for it to finish the first time. But
right, yeah. So here we have, and if you click this guy, the transform image button here, it'll go like before and after.
And now you could do a preview inside a preview, right?
Yeah.
You know how to do that?
Here? No.
So you could. So if you want to get closer in, but way back when previews first started, you couldn't. What that preview look was all you could get, and then you'd have to go out. You'd have to go do another preview and whatever. Now you could do a preview inside a preview, and how you could do that on the left-hand corner on the bottom. There's a box inside a box.
Of the actual image?
No, of the actual preview window. The preview window.
This
guy. Box and a box. Now click that, and now make a preview box. No, inside the preview, make a preview box. Yep, go ahead.
Yep. Okay. Okay, done.
And why isn't your preview popping up?
There we
You
go.
don't have it set.
There it is.
Okay, there you go. All right.
It just took a second.
Okay, so there's your preview inside a preview. You can only do it once. You can't do a preview in a preview in a preview, but you could sit there and get a little closer into that preview without screwing up, what you're doing.
Okay. So that's good to know. So
you can turn it off, so that's
yeah.
on, that's off. Right?
Yep.
That's on.
As it gets dimmer. Yep. And then if I click it again, it goes back to its original.
Yep. You can see the little bit of a star halo reduction, a little bit darkening of the dark nebula. It brings it out a little bit. So
yes. Yep. So yeah. So then here, all I would need to do
fun of your halo.
Halo. Of course they are. So we'll go ahead and let it go.
Now, what's your wavelength? What filters are you using? The Antlia, is this?
Yeah, these
RGB,
are the Antlia RGBs. Yeah, these are the Antlia Pro LRGBs.
Man, look at that. That's a big halo on that.
Yeah.
Ernie Jacobs said he set stars to 0.1 and halo to negative 0.1. So you might want to try that.
I can definitely try that.
Oh man, you don't have whatchamacallit set? It's taking forever. What the hell? You don't have the CUDA core set?
So let me just a second. And let me kill this. What were you saying, Dan? Sorry.
So do you have the CUDA set up? Moving slow.
I have an AMD processor.
So do I. There's nothing to do with CUDA cores.
To answer that question then is no. What is the CUDA?
CUDA cores is on your GPU.
Oh. No, I haven't. Okay, so we've got Ernie was suggesting -1 for halos,
and a -1 on the halos, and stars at plus 0.1. And then give that a shot and see.
Okay. So yeah, so to answer your question, no, I have not. And that's probably, and like I said, lots of things that probably a lot of other people know about that I don't. So this is all still so much of a learning process for me to improve, my workflow and stuff like that and my processes. But so far, Dan and everybody in the chat, am I off on, how other people and how you would start, doing your workflow, after, the integration, doing the color calibration with the first one, and your combination, your color calibration, then would you start with deconvolution with
I just want to talk about something that's going on in the chat right now and something that you referred to also. Let me tell you something. I've had AMD chips for years. I haven't had an Intel chip in I don't know how long. I use the CUDA acceleration on my GPU for years, and it works with AMD chips. So I don't know. I don't
because
know.
Honestly, I thought it was just NVIDIA.
No, it's an NVIDIA chip. Yeah, absolutely. NVIDIA graphics card. Your processor has nothing to do with your video card.
Well, let's check this. I can't use CUDA because my card is a Radeon.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to clear that up with people because it's not about your processor. It's about your chipset in
Your
your
actual
video
graphics
card. Yeah. So I just
Yes.
want to make sure that we're because they're saying the message that I'm getting in the chat is that if you have an AMD chip, you can't use CUDA, and that is incorrect. It has to do with your graphics card chipset. If you have an
Right.
AMD graphics card chipset, you will not be able to take advantage of CUDA cores. You need
CUDA.
to have an NVIDIA chipset in order to take
Right.
advantage of that. So I just want to make sure that that's clear. It works with my MD. You just need, and I'm just trying to make this clarify this because there's a lot
So
of
the
going back and
AMD
forth.
CPU. So the AMD CPU, if you have an AMD CPU, CPU but you also pair that with an NVIDIA GPU graphics
Correct.
card, you can
That's
use
fine.
CUDA.
That's fine.
That's fine. But for me, I have both an AMD CPU and
Correct.
GPU.
Well, that's a
I
problem.
cannot.
Yeah. No, Gideon, I'm just making clarification on that because I'm seeing things and I might be reading it wrong. If I'm reading it wrong, I apologize. But what I heard or what I read was AMD CPUs do not work with CUDA, and that is incorrect. AMD CPUs and Intel CPUs work fine. It only matters about your GPU, your graphics card chipset. I just want to make that clear.
Yes.
Yes, I use an AMD Ryzen 9 with an NVIDIA graphics card, the 4080, I think I use.
Yes. So that's why it's this is taking a while for me because my graphics card can't do this.
No, I and you know what, and I'll just show you the example. If I could share my screen real quick.
Yeah, and so we're done now.
Yeah, let me show you something real quick on mine.
Okay, I'll go ahead and stop sharing here then real quick.
Let me show you this. So let's see.
Okay, go right ahead. So
all right,
I can see here.
So, and I'm not going to do it live because I got too much stuff going on here. Let me share my screen real quick. And unfortunately, I can't seem to find the Blur Exterminator. I don't know where the hell it is. I don't know where my Blur.
Shut up.
Where is it? I don't know. I gotta look for the B. Where is it? Where's the B?
Silence!
Sorry. I just had to do that.
What in Goonie Google?
I just had to do that. I'm sorry.
Wow. Slam! Just slam on E. Wow. That hurt. That's just.
And before we go into, I just wanted to clear it up because we do have to move on. We're heading close to 2 hours, but I do want to do one thing. And Charity, are you there, Charity? Because I'm saving this for you. I hope she's still there. If she's not there, I'll have to do it next week. But you want the off the rails thing? The sound isn't working yet, but if you want me to do it, I'll do it. Here we go. No sound, but it's there. It's there. It's there. There you go. Off the rails. All right, so, lady, here you go. This is just for you, okay?
Let's real quick while it's finishing that up. So I apologize. I know this is taking a while because, okay, fine. I've got an AMD GPU. Anyway, let's take a look.
You should know better, Eric. You should know better.
The AMD GPUs work just fine. They perform just fine. They're just a little less expensive than the NVIDIA. Whatever. So
buy once, cry once, man.
Yeah. Whatever. But let's take a look at the
sure.
The image of the week winner. Let's see who we have here for image of the week. So
yeah, it is that time. It is 9:50.
It is that time. So let's
everybody hang on to the end of the show because I got a little present for everybody because it's Halloween. So
So we ended up with 32 votes.
42.
And
No, 32.
no, 32. So let's see.
Who won? Who
Those
won?
are the Solar Ring.
All right.
The Eclipse by Norm.
Noom, you got to purchase it a week. Awesome. We need to have that solar ring in there. So
that's awesome. So congratulations.
there you
Nicely
go,
done.
Newman.
Well,
there's
there
your
you
picture
are,
of the week.
sir.
Well deserved. That's our first solar ring too. So I'm telling you, that would make, I don't care about everybody else. That would make a great picture of the month. So I'm telling you, because I think that's the only one that has it in there. But a great image. Great image. That is really awesome.
Yeah. So that's awesome. That is awesome. So congratulations there.
Yeah, my doggy
Was
coming
there that let's see. Yep, so congrats there.
There you go.
And so we can, if we want to keep, we want to keep going with the workflow, we can. If not, then we can pick up a little later.
We can continue it on Wednesday as well, because there's a lot to go over.
Too. It is. It's quite a bit to go over, especially with with me, my APP and my and my PIXINSIGHT and my Crackspert and all my other stuff that I'm getting in there, and I use this and I use that. But
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff, right?
So yeah. One thing though that's frustrating me, and it, I don't think it doesn't have anything to do with PIXINSIGHT or APP, and I don't know how to fix it. And it's this craziness with my what I think is my flats.
Okay.
And it's let me save this this project here really quick. Yes, I'm going to save the project. And I don't know what it is or how, because my flats always look decent, but I get these weird artifacts or bulges that I honestly just don't get.
What is it? Do you have a picture of what it looks like?
Yeah, as soon as this stops, as soon as this saves the project, I can show you what I mean, because I've looked, through my at my flats, everything seems fine there, but when I'm doing when I'm stretching, I get these really weird issues, and it's one of those things that it's a head scratcher for me. And okay, that's done. And let me.
Oh my God,
Robin must be home. And let me see if I can load. Oh, wait a minute. And let me see here. And let me go here and let's see if I'm gonna launch this. It's gonna take a while, but it drives me insane. It's driving me insane, and I just don't get it. So once this loads, I should have let off with this, because it's just one of those things. And it's just coming up here.
That damn AMD GPU again.
Yeah. All right. So let me see if I can. Yeah. All right. Perfect. I'm working on it. Okay. So for example, I'm working on the Dark Shark, and let me get this back. And let me share my screen again, because we got to do that. And hide that, hide this. Okay. it's this. And if I can, let me turn it. And I've been looking, and it's, I don't know if you guys can see here.
Yeah, that little donut right there.
I have multiple of these. And if I go to, if I do my luminance,
I see it.
Like here they are here.
Yeah, I was just going to say what Tom just put in there. With the filter wheel, are you set in unidirectional mode?
Yes, I am. I am set
sure?
in unidirectional. Last I checked, yeah, everything was set to unidirectional. Right now, I don't have the observatory. Well, everything's in the observatory and everything is off. But I'm like 98, 99% positive everything is unidirectional. So, yeah, and if that is the case, then yeah, and if that's the problem, then I'm gonna just beat myself up against the head, up against the wall, and deal with, and then say, okay, there goes a few, 2 nights wasted.
Yeah,
because you get this, and then I don't know. Also, so you have the rings here, and then I also have this crazy purple.
I see it in the middle. That looks like a dew spot to me.
Dead in the middle. And I'm like, okay, and it's like, I'm pretty sure I've got the dew heaters on. Because this is I've taken this with the 2600, and the dew heater is usually on. So
that purple looks like a dew spot to me.
It could,
it
and
really,
if it
really does.
And if it is, then it's just like, dang it. And I was going to have to go through it all over again.
I would be very surprised if it wasn't the movement of the filter wheel. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't that. I've seen this happen so many times before where that fixed it.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be one of those things that you've checked 1,000 times and somebody toggled something and it's not toggled anymore.
Yeah. So, and this was I was doing this when this was with the ASI Air, and I'm almost positive I have it set to unidirectional. But if I don't, and if I didn't, I could be wrong. Who knows?
I would just double check it. Really, I would.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'd even go one step further, is that I would open up the filter wheel and move the filter from 1 to 2 to 1 and see if it goes back and forth. Or be very, very quiet and listen. Did it move a short amount or a long amount?
Long amount. Yeah.
So
very good points, guys. Very good points. So one of those things that even, hey, there are certain things that's just like, duh, or I didn't think about that, or
it happens.
You learn. This is why we have the show, guys.
Yep.
Is even me as a co-host and all that stuff. I'm human.
Yep, everybody is. Everybody makes mistakes. I make the best of them, but
yep, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly, Bob. Just see how long it takes to go from A to B, then B to A.
Yep.
If it's the same time, then it's moving bidirectionally, moving in 2 directions. Because if you go 1 to 2, it should be a short period of time. If you go 2 to 1, it should go through the whole wheel to get to 1 again.
Yeah.
Not
gets back.
Zzz, and then zzz. It should be zzz, and zzz. that
exactly.
Because what happens, Brian, if sometimes with the filter wheel, when it moves, there's a little backlash in the filter wheel, a little bit. So when they move back and forth, kind of like your focuser, when you move back and forth in your focuser, sometimes it takes a little bit, right, to get that focuser going in the opposite direction, right? And what happens is when you're doing flats, right, sometimes the filter is just turned a little bit one direction or the other, and it doesn't match up the dust motes. So it doesn't calibrate in division. It doesn't calibrate it out. And that's why it's important to have your filter wheel in a, unless if you have a, $10,000 filter wheel that has no backlash in the filter wheel, it's same thing as focuser as well. So that's why you got to do focus. Unfortunately, there's no filter wheel offsets. There's just focuser offsets. If there was, we'd be good. So it's all about the backlash. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now there are filter offsets, but not filter wheel offsets.
That's focusing offsets. So it's completely different. You're exactly right.
Focusing offsets. All right, sorry. Yes, you're right. Focusing offsets.
Those are focusing offsets. So you're basing everything on the luminance filter, and you're minusing or adding a certain amount of steps based per filter.
Hey, a harmonic dry filter wheel.
Yes. Yeah, you can get a harmonic filter wheel for a 5 by 1 1/4 inch filter wheel for $8,000. So, all right. So that being said, let's just do my happy Halloween, because I got to do it because I have to. So I'm just gonna do that. My happy Halloween to everybody. Some of you may have seen this before. Some of you are new. I'm gonna play it anyway. Hopefully, you get a kick out of it. Here you go.
Astro World, help me. I'm not chasing the perfect shot. Almost got it. Almost. Now you get back. Gotta finish the job. You gotta shoot more luminance. R, G, B. All. Shoot them all.
Oh, God.
Shoot them all.
Oh, oh, okay. Christy. Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah, Trusty, that was me a couple of years ago.
Oh man, that's so funny. And I'm doing it this year. I'm doing the man this year. So
there you go.
Interesting.
So
should be fun.
So yeah, so let's
but
see.
Hey, you did all the makeup.
I did everything, and I got ones also me around telescopes. I'll put it on Wednesday. I'll be running around with over telescopes. Kind of cool. But hey, everybody have a safe Halloween. And that being said, we got to do the massive PIXINSIGHT giveaway. So let's do that, and then we'll let everybody enjoy their weekend. All right.
Absolutely.
Have a good Halloween. All right. So here we go. IP. Oh, what happened here? What happened here? Oh, okay.
Did your computer crash again?
No, YouTube crashed. Everything was fine, but now it's back. I don't know. That was kind of weird. It kind of did the spinning wheel.
But
anyway, all right. So here we go. So let's share screen 2. There we go. And we will go back to the IP4AP wheel. There we go. So we have 166 people on this wheel now. 166. Don't forget, we're purging the wheel December 31st. We're purging it to get some fresh blood in the wheel. So, we're going to start from the beginning and start from scratch. So giving everybody fair warning. So here we go. So this is going to be for a free Masters of PIXINSIGHT workshop. Here we go. Rock and roll. And Thomas Duff. I know that name. Thomas Duff.
Hey, congratulations.
Tom, congratulations. I'll send you an email along with Pete. Pete from IP4AP and Masters of PIXINSIGHT will let you know all the information on how to redeem your voucher for the Masters of PIXINSIGHT class. So pretty cool. There we go. Congrats to Thomas Duff. I can write down the name because I always forget. Thomas Duff.
Hey, he is. He's on. He is online. Congratulations.
All right, Thomas. There you go. Thomas, I'll send you that email as soon as I got your name right here. Boom. In my filing system.
There you go.
All right, rock and roll. Rock and roll. All right. Congrats, Tom. There you go. I'll send you that email tonight. All right. What else we got? So we'll do let's see. We're gonna be episode number 297 and 290 or 290. Today was 290. So 298 and 299 are next week. And then I go to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And I'll see you in a week. And then 299 on 11/15/23. So get your videos in for the show. Get your videos in. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we got some people popping in. I'm going to see if I can get some people jump in and just say I'm going to have a like third number so people could just pop in and say happy whatever whenever they want. So
So Tarek, thank you. You came late, but you came anyway. Yeah, but so we appreciate that.
Well, Tarek's got to go to work.
To you. Yeah, and
Tarek's got to go to work.
Jackie,
It's like,
good night. Thanks, Charity, everybody. Congrats again there, Thomas, and everybody. Just enjoy the weekend. And if you're here in the States and if you celebrate it, have fun this Halloween, giving out candy to the little goblins and, and monsters and stuff like that. Excuse me. So
absolutely. So, yeah, just everybody stay safe.
I enjoyed it.
Yep. And Matt, I don't know where I'm going. My wife sets all that stuff up. I don't know. I just get on the boat and I drink. That's what I do.
There you go.
I don't know where I end up. I just know I end up home. I get on the boat. I get off. I get back on the boat. I drink some more, and maybe I fall over. I don't know. It's okay. Hopefully, I don't fall overboard, and we'll be fine. But
yeah.
All right. Well, that being said, another great show, guys. I mean, thank you so much. Hopefully, you got a little bit about everything, and really cool stuff. So. Yeah, Bob, hey, it's my first vacation since COVID, my first real vacation, out of the country. Well, actually, that's a lot.
Enjoy it.
But yeah, there's a hurricane that like tore up Acapulco, this week, just like totally trashed it. It's totally destroyed. But no, hopefully we're out of hurricane season now, so hopefully I'll be fine. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, again, have a good night. And we will see everybody on Wednesday for episode 298. 298 coming really close. Please remember to do the videos. I know everybody's procrastinating. I'm gonna get like 15 videos on the 14th. I know it's gonna happen. And it's gonna happen, and you know what? I'm gonna curse you all because I got to set this thing all up. So please get them as soon as you can, and it makes it easier on my life. Maybe my hair will get a little darker, Maybe Eric will grow some hair. I don't know. We'll
yeah.
See.
We'll see.
But
we'll see.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Whatever. All right, everybody. Well, it's 10:09. Everybody have a safe weekend. Enjoy your Halloween. And remember, as always, to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we will see you on Wednesday night for episode 298. Have a good night, everybody.
Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. Happy Halloween.